So call me late to the party, but I've recently been watching Bob Ross. So for those who don't know who Bob Ross is, I do find that slightly unbelievable, but for your sake, Bob Ross was a painter, but was also a TV personality. Basically, he was once serving in the military, but painting helped him get through that process. Apparently didn't really enjoy it all that much. And then he went onto TV using a certain painting method, which meant he could get a whole landscape painting created within half an hour, which made for a great TV format, along with his general demeanor and personality. He was very relaxed, very friendly, and very engaging to watch, which lots of people have, not just in the past, but currently. His general demeanor and the way that he shows a run are perfect for the format of YouTube. But what Bob Ross actually does is he uses this certain painting technique where you have a wet canvas and then you use a series of other smaller techniques, loading the brush correctly, mixing the paint within the brush, using a painting knife a certain way, changing from one brush to another for trees or mountains. And all these techniques he explains very clearly for his audience so they can follow on at home and create their own paintings. And he himself describes these techniques as creating the illusion of a beautiful landscape. And as you watch him use these techniques and you watch episode after episode, you see that he uses similar techniques to again quickly get a beautiful artwork out of a canvas. But those artworks do eventually become a little bit samey. They all typically involve a mountain, they all often framed by trees, there's water, there's cabins. And you begin to realize if you watch too many of these things in a row that they are a little bit basic. But nonetheless, you'll get a beautiful landscape piece of artwork, quickly, on demand, hanging on your wall for you to enjoy. And this got me thinking about AI art. So over the last decade or two, software developers have been working on algorithms and artificial intelligence that not only help people to search out for products or information that they would like, but also this AI art is being used in order to create pieces of unique work. And in 2022, this sort of technology is becoming both very effective but also very available online. But it's not just written text. AI art is able to take a whole vast sampling of images that we've been uploading on there like crazy and is able to collate them to create new pieces of artwork. Often on demand. People will go on there and they'll type in a description of the type of art they want. They want a tiger in there, they want a castle, and they want it to be in the style of Picasso. And what AI art will do is will very quickly collate all that information, look at the images out there, and very quickly for you, it will create this piece of artwork that you can then hang on your Facebook wall and show off to all of your friends. And this has got a lot of people scratching their heads, a lot of people asking, what is the legality of this? If you create something in the style of a certain artist that they created, should you pay copyright? A whole bunch of writers and artists are questioning, well, we'll be out of a job if this art continues, if it gets this good. And I think for viewers of this art, at least ones that are stopping and thinking about it, it does raise a really weird question that we've never had to ask about art before. Odds are you've probably heard the saying, the author is dead. It's a type of critical thinking around art where you put the author's intentions to one side and you just let the audience's interpretation inform what the text means. But with AI art, there was no artist to begin with. How can the artist be dead if they were never alive to begin with? So what does this mean for art? If there was no artistic intentionality, the only thing that an artwork has is audience interpretation. The only meaning a piece of art has, the only value that it has, is what the audience member ascribes to it. And obviously this means that artwork now can have very varying values ascribed to it by very different people, because obviously people respond to art in very different ways. And we're seeing that play out again in that sort of social media sphere. As you probably already know, I quite enjoy role-playing games, and I'm seeing a lot of these sort of group pages being inundated with AI art being created from the descriptions of characters or locations that people used in their role-playing game. It seems people post these images with great excitement saying, hey, everyone look at this, love this is great, I think it's really awesome. But for at least me, I'm there going, oh yeah, that's quite pretty. but I don't have the emotional attachment to that image that you do. I don't value it as much as you do because I wasn't a part of the game that that piece of art created. Basically what I'm saying is, now if this AI start is to continue to evolve and grow, which it probably will, the only value that the art is going to have is the art that we ascribe to it. And that's really always been the case with art. It really has. So the question becomes, what kind of art do you value? I don't know, you can leave that in the comments if you like, but what kind of art then do I value? That's the only person I can answer for. So what kind of art do I value? Well, I value Bob Ross.
Drop in a happy little sky. Let's just do a fun painting today. Keep that brush moving. Let them dance in there. Just let them play. Clouds are one of the freest things in nature. We'll give them a friend right here. Sometimes those brushes get away and they go zoom, clean the other side of the room. That's when you find out who your friends are.
People didn't just tune in for the art, they tuned in to have a look at this artist. Look at someone and the way that they viewed the world. Look at how their artistic style and the technique that they had was shaping the very way that he saw the world. He didn't just tell you how to load a brush. He told you to make friends with trees. He told you that mountains could be within your power on the canvas. He gave license to people to be creative. Basically, it wasn't just that he was creating art. He was showing a lifestyle, a way of thinking that was informed by the art that he was creating. So for me, and it really is just for me, what I value, what I see as being important and beautiful and fascinating is not art that you have created on demand, but rather how the demand of art has created you. How the process and the disciplines of art not only fill your mind with ideas, but rather shape your mind, shape who you are, shape the way you see the world. And when you hear a bit of that story of the living artist, I think it's kind of beautiful and enjoyable. But again, that's just me.
Painting should make you happy. It does nothing else. It should make you happy. And if it doesn't make you happy, you're doing the wrong thing. Because it's fun. And if you can do things all of your life that make you happy, needless to say, you're going to be a happy person.
Thanks for watching. What's your opinion? I'm just a random bloke on YouTube, so I don't know the ins and outs of everything. So leave a comment by all means, and let us know, what do you think of Bob Ross? What do you think of art? What do you think of this AI art, which again can be quite beautiful. But again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that at some point you'll see me again in the future.